Probably James Tedesco. He's a fullback, the same position as me, but I believe he's the best in the world at it. So yeah, always like watching him play, and I look forward to seeing him in this competition.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. You know what John Bateman done when he come over to the NRL. I guess we get to see that again when he gets to put on that jersey for England, and there's a lot of guys you go across in that Australian team as well. But certainly just having to see a few mates run around in the Cook Island team, I guess get to reunite with them is pretty cool.
Well, young Sawali, of course, playing fullback, been offered the job playing fullback for Samoa. I desperately wanted him in my footy team, but it didn't work out that way. But I'm happy for him because that's ancestral nation that he wants to play for. So I see some excitement. I'm looking forward to seeing him play because he wants to play fullback, for his club. And he's got James Tedesco in front of him, so it'd be really interesting to see how he handles that on the international stage. I mean, the Samoan backline, extraordinary. Nearly the Penrith backline, isn't it? So they're going to be a hard team to beat, and with great interest, I'll be watching obviously the first game against them in the English. So it's going to be really interesting. The England side have got a really strong, experienced footy team who, understand the international game really well. Where you've got a young Samoan team, full of brashness and excitement, going up against them. So it's going to be interesting whether experience or really talented youthfulness is going to win.
I don't worry about other teams or other countries. I worry about my own boys, and I'm excited every day to work with such a great group. And they really put a smile on my face pre-training and then during training, and then a really big smile at the end of training. So I enjoy my lads. They're a great bunch. I'm privileged, and I really enjoy the company.
The thing is, I play against most of them back in Australia, so that's what's pretty cool about this. I think our sport is the friendships that you forge, and there's a lot of players that I've seen just here on our launch that I've played with and played against, and friendships that I hold outside of this rugby league. So it's pretty cool to see that. But yeah, with all those players, I mostly play against them or with them. So I've probably already seen a lot of them and probably still watch them play a lot of footy. So it's definitely exciting to play against your teammates, which is what we'll be doing, and hopefully put on a good show.
Probably the Samoan and Tongan teams that obviously have, some of them have said no to obviously Australia and New Zealand. They just come and represented their backgrounds, and to see them do that, obviously that means a lot to them, or the countries that they're representing. So to see them, I can't wait to see them, to go out there and see how much passion and pride they have for that jersey.
To be honest, we've kind of focused on ourselves a lot at the moment. With the Cook Islanders, just been talking to their captain, and I know he's been a great player this year for Hockey, so it'd be good, to play against him. Didn't realise how big he was.
I would say my teammate Mickey Macaron. I'm a good friend with him, so I never play against him, only in the past, but 10 years ago, and just can't wait to meet him.
I'm obviously a proud New Zealander, so I really want New Zealand to do well in the World Cup. So to see guys like Joey Manu and Jesse Bromwich and all those players that I've played with in previous times do well in the World Cup, I'm hoping that they go a long way, and I'm excited for a Greece versus New Zealand World Cup final.
Everyone looks forward to the kind of Pacific Nation type teams because they've got this tradition of throwing the ball around. They're all real big athletes, so there's a lot of big collisions, and so they're all generally exciting games. And also, it's spine tingling for their prayer or their song or the haka or before the game. It's some atmosphere, and I think that's what most of rugby league or even rugby union supporters, they really enjoy those moments. And I think it's a bit different this year because traditionally a lot of those guys just opted to play for Australia, but for some reason, and they've wanted to go and represent their own heritage, the Australian-based guys. So you've got Tonga who've strengthened, and Samoa massively, and of course Fiji who are in our group. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who ends up in the semi-finals out of those guys.
Oh, I haven't thought about this. I don't know. Probably, he's actually one of my best mates. Actually, he's for Manu Brown. He's playing for Samoa at number 9. He's had a long road back. He had a big injury a few years ago, and he's done it. He come over to England and played for Featherstone, which is in the league below Super League over here. And then he's backed himself to go back to the NRL for the Tigers, and then he's been picked for Samoa. So he's had a long road back, but he gets to represent his culture again, and I can't wait to see him play.
To be honest, I got my good mate's the captain of Samoa. Junior Paulo's leading Samoa this year, and just the squad that they've brought together. It looks very similar to what Tonga did in the 2017 World Cup. So I can't wait to see how they go, and especially the first game against England will be good to watch.
Do you know, there's a lot of players. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with people that I know who I'm friends with. I want to see some of the young boys ripping it up. You know, some of the boys I've played with. So, you know, I'm really interested in seeing the twins play. You know, Lewis and Ennis Senior. I think, given the right pedestal and platform, you know, they're going to rip it up. I'm also really interested to see one of my old teammates play for England, Dom Young. You know, just going on a bit on him, he's an exceptional talent, something that, you know, you don't see much of these days, just raw talent, but also skillful. And, you know, I think he's going to shock a fair few people when it comes to this World Cup. So, you know, the twins and Dom Young.
I mean, you can take a pick. I'm excited to see how one of my old club mates, obviously Jeremiah Nanai, debut, and he's going to debut for Australia, and obviously not many forwards get to score 10, 15 plus tries in or out, so it'll be interesting to see if he can carry that form here into the World Cup.
Well, I think there's some really strong teams this year. If I look across the board of this tournament, I think it's the most equal sort of playing field that we've had in a very long time. If I look at Tonga and Samoa, they've really come up. Australia's always been strong, and England's been strong as well. But if I look across to Australia, I think Cam Munster, is my teammate back in Melbourne, and he had an outstanding year. He's our best player by a long shot, so I think he'll be up for a big World Cup. Just hopefully not too good.